Hey guys, welcome to Creativity Level Zero. I'm Steve.
And I'm Jim.
And as you guys can see, we're live in studio. Both of us here.
Yay!
Raise the roof.
Nothing can stop us now.
Nothing. So things have started to slow down with, COVID-19. And so since things have started to relax, Jim has decided to come over and we're ready to do our first, in-person podcast.
In our gorgeous studio.
That's right, gorgeous.
New Jersey
one
based.
wall, although you get to see a little bit extra this time because I got to fit Jim in. So
I'll block it out.
It's a
Nothing
beautiful
to see
here. But yeah, so
Wait, so do we get a budget or whatever, a tax break because we're filming in Jersey? Is Jersey one of those states where the film industry gets discounts to film?
Is that a thing?
I know it's a thing, but I don't think Jersey is.
I've heard of places like Canada and
Yeah.
Alaska. They'll give tax breaks to make people like the film industry go there to go film.
What about Jersey though?
No, definitely not. Not for in-house Jersey. No, you have all sorts of crazy people filming from their cell phone these days.
That's true.
If they all got tax cuts, God,
Uh-huh.
the government would lose even more money than it currently is.
So are we like a filming studio now, or is this is actually our studio since it's the first in-person film we've done?
That's right. Yeah, we just have to ignore the director on the other side of this. Yeah, right there. Yeah, you.
All the editing and all the direction given.
Oh, that's right. We're one take heroes, guys.
One take heroes. Hashtag one take heroes. But yeah, so it is nice, and actually, it's also with COVID dying down, it's been a bit warmer too, which is good.
It's been a little too hot for my taste. This is like Florida all over again. Thank God we don't have Florida numbers, but
oh, dude. Yeah, so for those who are keeping track, the East Coast has kind of died down.
Northeast. Florida, I think, still counts as the East Coast.
That's true.
We Northeasters like to count all of the East as just us.
Yeah. It's actually funny because I always do discount Florida. You're right. I don't even, when I say East Coast, it stops at like Maryland.
I think there's a Bugs Bunny cartoon where he's just like sawing off Florida or something.
Well, yeah, they have.
No offense to all our Florida listeners.
Oh yeah, true. You guys stay safe.
That's right. Stay safe. Stay indoors.
So I heard that it's going crazy right now, and same with Texas and California.
Yeah.
But where we are, it died down, and then the people were like, open everything, and so now everything's open and it's spiking back up.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm a little worried about that.
Well, I'm worried here. So yesterday I went and met up with an old buddy from Boston, and we went to like a downtown area that's hip and happening, and there's a bunch of bars, and some of these, like every single one of these bars, because it's mandatory here in Jersey, is outdoor seating.
All right.
But granted, some of them looked quite crowded. I was not getting anywhere near those. I went into, I guess maybe this brewery wasn't as popular as the other bars because there was only like 4 people sitting outside. It's like, that's my kind of scene right there. Yeah. Let me just...
That's dangerous, man.
I know.
And did they have indoor seating too?
No indoor seating. It's just all outdoor seating, which was funny because I sat down, started to drink my beer, and just over the horizon there was lightning. I was like, oh, I guess I have to start drinking.
Oh, that's
this
right. It was a lot of rain recently. Was that yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday. Downpouring.
It was downpouring, yeah. So by me, the Applebee's has a big sign that says our dining room is open.
Make sure you don't miss out on Applebee's, guys.
Well, that's what gets me is that, you know me, I love Applebee's. I'll have Applebee's and TGI Fridays over a regular restaurant anytime.
All right.
But I don't think I love it enough to go during COVID. And these people, like, imagine driving by, you look in and you're like, do you really have to be in there today? Like, can't you just take out? Or
You want that Applebee's atmosphere.
I know.
You know, nothing beats
I
it.
know. You want the crumbs on the floor.
Yeah,
you want to
exactly.
crunch it when you're walking. The dirty carpet.
You want to deal with the, waiters and waitresses,
Oh, man.
Although I feel like a lot of them are starting to go with the automated.
Yeah.
But I feel like all this outdoor seating, no one's doing automated stuff.
That is
I haven't
weird.
been to anything.
Yeah, I do like the automated for certain types of restaurants. Like an Applebee's is a good example. I don't really expect the waiter or waitress to be like, well, today's special is the burger, and here's what's in it.
Today's special is a burger.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of Applebee's. So you get what they got, and they got the same thing every year.
That's right.
So that's why you go. Same way at McDonald's or whatever. You're not going to ask the cashier for recommendations, right?
Right.
But, so that's perfect for the touchscreen.
I wish I could have given people recommendations at McDonald's because some of the stuff they would order is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know if we spoke about it in a previous episode, but when they talk about, they have those salads. Did we talk about salads?
A little bit. You talked about Cobb once.
Yeah, the Cobb salad.
Yeah.
No, see, you're just like, are you trying to diet? Or...
Yeah, there was. I have some McDonald's stories about talking to customers. I have one with an old lady, which I probably told you already, where an old lady goes to order, and I'm working the front register, and she asks me how old I am or what I'm doing, and at the time we were like 15 or whatever.
Right.
And I told her, and she was like, after we pay, she's like, I want to give you a tip.
Oh no.
And I was like, oh, we don't accept tips at McDonald's.
Uh-huh.
Because like that's the proper thing to say.
Right.
And she's like, no, this is for you. And she takes out $10 and she gives it to me and she's like, for your college. And I remember thinking like,
oh, $10 is gonna go a long
way.
Yeah.
But I appreciated the sentiment, and obviously I kept it. I mean, what are you gonna give it back to that lady?
Yeah, the only time I got a tip while working at McDonald's was, when we didn't have food prepared in time, but we still had a long line, we would just shove people to the side, be like, just go park. We'll bring you the food.
It's the worst. It's so awkward.
So then I brought this lady her food, and I feel like she just felt inclined to tip because I was almost like a server.
You walked out.
Because I walked out of the McDonald's, went to her car, and like gave her her food, and so she was like, "Here's your trouble."
Oh, man.
It was like $2.
You're like, thanks. Yeah, I mean that. Now that you say it, that's happened to me still to this day, where I'll go to like Taco Bell or McDonald's or wherever, and it happened at Taco Bell. I called you. Remember you came over.
Oh, that's right.
And then I was gonna get Taco Bell before you came, and then I got there like 15 minutes early, and then I ordered, and they're like, "Sir, can you pull to the front?" And like, having worked in the industry, this food's gonna take a while. So I called you, and I was like, "Hey, I want to let you know I put the order in, but I'm parked out front." So
it's okay, Jim. I'll just sit on your stoop.
Yeah. Well, I blame you for that one.
Me?
Because you got chalupas, and they made them fresh that time.
Oh, that's the best.
Right, and so they must have literally been.
I don't know, because that was the day you tried chalupas for the first time.
That is the day I tried chalupas.
And so maybe it was that third chalupa.
It could have been
that they're like, oh, we only have two.
Mine was fresh. Mine was fresh.
Yeah. Well, mine tasted fresh too. Yeah. I won't tell you that.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe they were like, because we did that at McDonald's too.
Yeah.
Where someone would come in and they'd be like, okay, this happened the most with nuggets because people would order like a 10-piece or a 20-piece, and you really only had about 40 nuggets at a time. So if somebody came in and ordered like a 20-piece, and then there were 2 Happy Meals of 6 pieces, you didn't have a lot of nuggets left. So you'd be like, oh, I'll throw in the nuggets. But they take like 6 or 7 minutes or however many minutes to fry.
I think like 4.
Yeah, okay, 4 minutes. A long time. That's a long time in fast food. So what would happen is like a family would come and they'd be like, 2 20 pieces, and you're like, oh man, we got to get the fries down. We got to get the chickens in, and we can't put the fish fillets in the McChicken oil.
That's right. That's right.
Oh. To this day, I've never had a fish fillet.
Never wanted a
And
fish
I'm
fillet.
proud. There's very little things at McDonald's that I've never wanted. Like, we've worked there, and we've had a lot, but I've never been like, I don't want that more than a fish fillet.
Has there ever been something that you have wanted? That like, you have wanted in the past, and then you worked at McDonald's, and then you're like, I don't want that anymore.
You know, so yes, the thing that comes to mind the most, actually, they don't really sell anymore, which is the fajitas.
Oh, yeah!
Which we used to call
I forgot about
vaginas.
those. Yeah.
Because people didn't want to say fajitas.
Didn't we just microwave that
We
stuff?
microwaved them. That's right. And you know how much I microwave.
It smelled really good, though.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It looks all right. You microwave it, it smells good. You cannot microwave fajitas. That is just... the bread was like... just a liquidy, soft dough.
God. Oh, God.
And then the peppers were like all flimsy. No crunch. That's one I would never have again. What about you?
Probably apple pies.
No! No! Say it isn't so! I still eat those apple pies!
You still eat them after you know what they do? To the apple pie? Sorry, bro, you apple pie lovers out there.
They're 2 for $1. You just have to take the risks.
Take the risks. Granted, I mean, risk for apple pies are probably low.
Right,
It's just apples.
It was just a frozen apple pie
Yeah.
that they bake. And on a good day, that's fine. That is a fine... And the cookies are the same way.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
But why don't you tell me the risks?
So, on the apple pies, they have a little sticker that has the time. And that time
No, the sticker didn't have a number. It was just a color.
I thought it was the number.
No, remember, it was just a color. So the customers couldn't tell.
Oh, even worse. No, I could have... No. It definitely had a number. Because I remember my job was to take the stickers off and put new stickers on that had an updated time. Even though they were not fresh. They were not fresh, no. No, they were not. And I felt horrible
so you're
for
just
doing it.
No, maybe they had a color too, because I remember doing it for the cookies. And they were like switch all the reds to the blues. And I'm like,
Reds was yesterday's color.
And I'd be like, what was what? And then it got to the point where even I forgot. So the customer would order, and they'd be like, "Oh, give me a 3-piece cookie," and I'd be like, "Oh God, I got a blue, a yellow, and a red one. I don't know which one to give them. I don't know which is the
You want to give them the freshest. You know, we did have your best in mind.
I wanted,
workers.
yeah.
The managers had different ideas.
The managers would go for the oldest.
Yeah.
We would go for the freshest. Yeah. But the apple... So here's why the apple pies were way worse than the cookies. The apple pies, we stocked them into like a Pez dispenser.
It's true.
just a top-loaded, spring-loaded, and they just... Like a Pez, it pops out the most recent, right?
Yeah.
So
it pops out the oldest. The oldest, not the most recent.
Right, because it pops out from the bottom.
Pops out from the bottom.
So here's when it was bad. Is like they all popped out. You handed them out, but at the end of the day, if the stickers need to be changed, they popped them out, changed the stickers, loaded
Put it
them
back in. Yes. I just was flabbergasted when I was told to do that. And it's just like, oh, Steve, just change the times to the most recent. It's like, is that legal? What
it's like
is
a
going
Star
on?
Wars quote
Yeah.
in episode 1.
Yeah.
The guy's like,
Is it
legal? I'll make it legal. And not only did we do it for the pies, we did it for the cookies and the salads. The salads
too?
They had stickers too.
Oh, they did have stickers. That's right.
For the freshness of the lettuce. Now, even though all that was bad, I still think that was better than the double time we used to do.
I feel like we're revealing all of these bad things.
Okay, well, let's we should, before we get into double time, let's just first say that we still eat at McDonald's.
Yes.
So as bad as all this is, it's in no way so much of a health risk that I wouldn't eat there.
Correct.
And actually, I'm quite picky with food, I would say. Compared to you, you're not picky.
I'm picky for ingredients.
Right, but you're definitely a 5-second rule person.
Yes.
I'm a if you broke the pizza off with your hands, I won't even eat that slice of pizza kind of guy.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I get the pizza first.
Yeah.
So we are on different spectrums.
I didn't even know that.
Well, now you know. Secrets revealed. Secrets revealed.
So you're saying if I want the whole pizza for myself, I just have to beat you to it there.
That's right. Yeah.
And just touch it.
Yeah. Then you have to have all the chicken parm yourself.
You know, and I'll make it so that way I'm altruistic. I'll be like, oh, I'm taking a napkin and I'm patting down the oil.
I would let you do that. That is altruistic. I'll give you that. The only exception would be if it was pineapple.
Oh,
like if it was Hawaiian pizza.
No.
And you told me you touched it.
Oh God.
I would have called your bluff.
Yeah. That's true.
No, you want to be stuck with all this pizza.
No, I definitely don't want to be stuck with that.
But why don't you tell a story about the double timing? What double timing?
Oh, for
McDonald's.
At McDonald's.
Yeah.
So, you guys will probably you guys will probably know when you hear like lots of these beepings in the back. Usually that's from the timers. And
what are the timers?
So when you put it, let's say you cook a bunch of meat, you put it into a tray, into the heating tray, and you shove it into the
little paper layers.
The little heating compartment, and then you push the timer. And that timer is supposed to say how good that meat is. So once that timer runs out, you're supposed to take the meat, throw it away, and put new meat inside.
Right. It's essentially a warming tray.
Yeah.
Just like if you were at home and you left your meat out for like 2 hours, you probably wouldn't put it back in the fridge. You'd probably chuck it.
Right, exactly. Sure. No.
Some of us would.
But yeah, so when it's busy, I mean, sometimes we used to do it when it wasn't busy. You could just like throw it out, put some new stuff.
Sure.
Just to keep yourself occupied.
Yeah, and usually there's only 1 or 2 left anyway.
Yeah. But when it's super busy, you just push that timer to accept it, and then you reset it.
No, when it's not busy.
No, when it is busy.
Oh, well, when it's busy, we're past.
I mean, the food is going so fast that usually
doesn't
matter. But like if those timers go off, you're just like, just keep going.
Don't even pay attention.
Don't even pay attention.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever paid attention to a time at McDonald's. But the double timing was when, let's say you had a rush, like soccer practice just came out. You know, the soccer team comes in. They all are gonna get Happy Meals and cheeseburgers because that's just what the parents ordered them.
Right.
So you're making a bunch of burgers like on this grill, on the steam press, right? You're making burgers like people like steam laundry. Like just press it, and you're done. Now, as a quick aside and a tangent,
we do add seasonings.
We do add seasonings, and I am not a burger chef connoisseur. I don't think I'm an expert, but I feel like when I grill my own burgers, squeezing them is not generally the proper way of doing it. I don't know why. I see all the flavor running out, and it could be just the fat escaping, but I think that's also some juices.
Yeah. So you typically just want to squeeze. You want to push it down initially.
Okay. Before it's all juiced up.
Yeah. So that's why it's fine when they do it. Granted, it's a frozen piece of meat.
That's true.
You take completely frozen, put it in the press. Oh, look at that! It came out all cooked.
Did we season frozen, or did we open it and then season and close it again? I can't remember.
We would not season frozen.
Okay, so we would wait till it closed.
Yeah.
And right before.
I don't even think we would see. I don't think we would close it again. I'm pretty sure you just open it, season it, put it on the patty. Put it on the.
Okay. Put it in the tray.
Yeah, put it in the tray. Yeah.
Right. So anyway, we'd have a big order. We'd be making all this, and so you'd have a guy making trays of these burgers because you have a lot coming, and the thing is you always keep making them until the orders stop coming in. So you'll have a rush, and then you'll be left with like 20 burgers because everyone's gone. Start the timer. So it's like 10-minute timer or whatever, and then you're in the back doing nothing, waiting, and you're like beep beep. And you're like, oh, double time. Leave that burger in there. And the check I always did was if I pulled the meat out and it had a green gloss to it, That was my limit. I was like,
Green gloss, the heck? I've never had that. How long have you been leaving those burgers in there?
You double, triple, quadruple time.
Oh my god, it's from like...
It can get glossy. That's the
Started
oil.
to confuse the breakfast sausages with the burgers at that point.
Gotta say, that's happened on more than one occasion. Actually, I wonder how they do it now.
I don't know. It's been a while since we worked there.
Yeah, now they serve breakfast all day.
Yeah, that's right.
And I do love the McDonald's.
Well, everything had its own tray.
Yeah,
so
true.
like, quarter pounder burgers had their own tray.
Right.
And
those were the ones, by the way, for people going to eat at McDonald's. That's the real meat. Like, that was the grade A beef, or maybe B.
Well, now they have the Angus.
Oh, okay. Now they have Angus.
Yeah.
But back then, when we got it, the beef came in these boxes with the grades on them. And I think the regular burger was not grade A.
I think it just said 100% meat. Which always made me wonder why they even say that.
I know.
And they didn't say what kind of meat.
There's
they
no
just said,
filler in here?
It just said 100% meat.
Yeah.
And you're like, what kind?
I know.
Is it the squirrel that fell into the vat?
Could be. That could be for legal reasons. But yeah, the quarter pounder was always legitimate meat.
Right.
And so if you can order that, I'd order that. Oh, and since we're talking about fast food, I wanted to mention something too I thought about on my drive here.
Okay, wait, before you do that, I wanted to say something about the tipping.
The tipping?
Yeah, tipping. Okay. So I also used to work at a liquor store. And
the tip at the liquor store?
Maybe I don't know why this reminded me. It wasn't tipping.
Okay.
It was how she paid. But it was this old lady, because you were talking about some old lady who was tipping you, right? And it dawned on me, this old lady, she was a regular, okay? She used to come in all the time for liquor. And she didn't carry a purse or a wallet, okay? Instead, she would hide it in the folds of her chest.
Like the movie?
Yeah, what movie?
Like
what movies have you been watching?
In the movies, they always women always hide money in their bras.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, well, I have no money. Or do I?
I don't know if this old lady wore a bra because, things were kind of low. But God, it was the most disgusting thing ever because
it's all sweaty.
Yeah, exactly. She would pull it out and it would be like damp. And she would start unrolling her bills and like putting it out, and things would money. It's light, so it would flow in the air. No, this was it would just sag there, and she just put it on.
This was under boob
sweat. Yeah, it was bad. It was so bad. I would have to wash my hands every time because I just try to scoop it into my hand and put it in the register. I think immediately I'll wash my hands.
I don't want it because
it was the worst.
I don't want it in the register. Touching the other money.
I didn't want to count it at the end of the night. It was just there all the time.
Couldn't anybody else take that money? Well, don't they wear gloves sometimes when they take money now?
I mean, now with COVID, everyone.
Yeah.
All the
sometimes in the Asian supermarkets, I'd see them wearing gardening gloves, but then they'd have the fingertips cut off, and it was always confusing.
Never seen that.
Yeah, if you go to an Asian supermarket, they always take the cash with gloves. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe because it's dirty, but
could be.
I feel like if you're never changing your glove, then it doesn't matter. Okay, what were you talking about fast food that you were thinking on the drive over?
On the way here, yeah. So back when we did one of our first episodes of the fast food ratings, I did get to think about it. We might have to revisit that because
you're no longer a Domino's person.
No, definitely Domino's.
Yeah.
In fact, do you want to take a quick aside before I even do my aside and talk
about
on
a tangent from a tangent?
Why don't we talk about how you enjoyed the Domino's dessert that I ordered you?
Okay, so if you guys remember in that episode, Jim's entire rating for rating Domino's high was because of the app, which I don't even know if that is correct to put into your assessment, and the dessert. And first of all, Domino's is not a bakery. It is a pizza place. So again, you shouldn't even put that in your assessment as to like best fast food pizza place. But in order to convince me, Jim we went and I think we got pizza from somewhere else.
No. We got you Thai food.
Oh, Thai food. That's
and
right.
I got
and we
Chinese food.
You got Chinese food. And then we stopped at Domino's just for dessert.
Just for dessert.
So all I had at Domino's was the dessert.
That's
okay.
That's it.
And it was okay. It was good.
It's good.
It was good. It was
Could
really
you
good.
say it was the best dessert of the fast food places?
Out of all fast food places?
Out of the one choices we have, yeah.
Yeah. I guess I would. Not too many fast food places are known for dessert. The only thing I could think of is ice cream, you know.
Sure, and those are always subpar, like the Wendy's and the McDonald's.
I love the McDonald's milkshakes, but
first off, don't ever say milkshakes. They're shakes. There's no milk. All right?
I love the McDonald's shakes.
Yeah, doesn't it hurt? Doesn't it hurt saying that?
It does. It does.
So you had the cookie brownie.
Yeah. Explain what it is.
So the cookie brownie is a brownie with a cookie also on it, and
it's
honestly
half brownie, half cookie.
And I give them props because I don't even know how to make that because
just put the two doughs together.
But that's the thing. They cook at different temperatures.
Yes, that's right.
And they cook for different durations.
Yeah.
So like, how does that work?
I think it's probably still a brownie, just with like flavoring of cookies.
like a vanilla mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. And then we had the lava cake.
Yeah. The lava cake with no
ice cream.
No ice cream and no icing, was it?
No icing, yeah.
No icing.
It was just
the cake.
The cake, which I had to reheat, and I actually reheated ours.
Yeah.
And I burned my mouth on it.
That's right. It was very hot to eat.
But yes, it was delicious.
It was good. It was good. Very sweet. It was very. It was good.
Hopefully, you can now put Domino's above whatever you have.
No, because my criteria for best fast food pizza places is dependent on the pizza.
All
right. And I want to reiterate something here because I've had plenty of feedback from people who have listened to that episode, and they say, Steve, as an Italian, why do you even rate these pizzas? How do you even eat these pizzas? And I was like, no, that wasn't the point.
That's right.
I always choose, local pizza places over those fast food. Right. Those fast food places are if you're trying to cheaply feed a big, large...
you got a party.
You're having a big party.
Right.
Want to
and
cheaply feed everyone.
And you know what? I think you bring up a really good point that we could talk about here, which is the economy of fast food. Because when we were in college, we didn't have any money. So like a $5 meal, I'll have, even if it's not as good as a $10 meal somewhere else.
Right.
And what Pizza Hut and what Domino's do, I mean, I'm going to be honest, the pizza prices on regular pizza places are a little bit out of control right now.
They are.
And I'm sharing that as a pizza lover. I eat pizza all the time. In fact,
pizza place that we go to all the time, I think it's like $15 a pizza.
It's way more than that.
Maybe
it's like $20 a pizza at least.
Depending on the size.
Yeah, and the one that I get when you come over, it's just like one topping. We get like barbecue or buffalo or whatever we get, meat lovers.
Those are specialty.
Yeah, that's always over $20. Yeah, so like in relationship now you're thinking, okay, I can get 3 Domino's pizzas for that price. I mean, or like you could get a Domino's pizza, cheesy bread, whatever, the cookie brownie, and the lava cake for less money. And now you're kind of like, yeah, the pizza's not as good, but you're getting all this food.
Right. Well, that's why, like, for big parties and stuff like that, people already have low expectations of what you're going to get for food.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I do the same thing when we don't have, on Halloween I do Domino's. Like, I'll do Domino's when we have like 8, 9, 10 people.
Right.
Because I don't want to spend, even the planes, I don't want to spend like $18 a pizza.
Yeah.
For something it is better, but it's not 3 times the price better for a big group. Right.
I just want to say I'm not as cheap as Jim. I still get the good pizza for my parties.
Oh, that's
but
true.
I only host 2 parties a year because it's expensive.
They are. Oh, yeah. Wait, for your Halloween, you did get the good pizza.
Yeah, I did get the good pizza.
Yeah. In fact, you also got No, you got the bad Cheetos though. For that party.
Did I? I would never buy bad.
You had
Cheetos.
a massive bag of crunchy Cheetos there, and I remember.
I think somebody else.
Somebody else brought them.
Yeah, I would never buy crunchy Cheetos.
Okay, because I remember eating them, being like, "Oh, guess he switched over."
Yeah. Oh, that'd be a great episode. Rating snacks.
Oh, we should do that.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
We could just do it now, but the problem is we don't have the list set up.
Yeah, we don't have a list.
You have to, like what I did with the fast food.
Yeah.
You really have to keep it to 2 or 3 per grouping because otherwise there's just too many choices. And I think, and this is actually, I'll even go on a little rant here. This is actually work-related knowledge coming on here. Once people are given too many choices, they just stop valuing them. So, like, if we give you 30 snack choices, you're going to pick out your 5 favorite, and you're going to be like, I don't care about the rest.
Right.
And so, yeah, we got to keep it low.
That's right.
Value the list.
Yeah, because yeah, at the end you're just like, I don't know, everything that's kind of is in that mix. I can't really rate, barbecue Fritos over.
Exactly. right. And even chips, for example, you could have a whole list of the chip flavors, but really, I buy maybe 2 flavors, and then if they don't have those 2 flavors, I'll get something else.
Right.
It's like I'm not gonna today be like, well, today's sour cream and onion day. It's like that's always worse than some of these other flavors. So like, why?
There is no day that is sour cream and onion day.
Really?
No.
Well, I guess we can't be friends.
You heard it here, guys. Our first live episode. We have ended our friendship.
Exactly. Friendship shattered. Well, would you do sour cream and onion and cheddar? I think it is.
In what?
I think maybe it's called sour cream and cheddar.
Sour cream and cheddar?
I brought them. There. Oh, remember when we got that text today, and they were like, "Bring chips."
Oh yeah.
They were talking about that flavor. It's
really?
It's a cheddar-based flavor. It's mostly cheddar, but it has a little bit of a sour cream taste in it as well.
Ugh.
I don't think I brought it for you because you're not adventurous like that.
Wow.
Look, you're going to sit on your high horse with ketchup chips.
That's a Canadian staple. Ketchup chips. It's just like salt and vinegar chips.
Oh, the worst flavor.
With a hint of tomato. Oh. That's what they basically are.
Well, let's not get too much into the chips in this episode.
That's right. I think we should do a whole episode.
Chips will come on the snack.
Episode. Yeah,
for sure.
With cakes too.
Cakes are going to be that's all going to be in snacks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cakes too. Yeah.
And pies.
And pies?
That's a snack if cake's a snack.
No, I mean like the little cakes.
Oh, okay.
The little snack cakes.
Mm-hmm.
Not a whole cake.
I mean, there's snack pies if you want to get technical.
What snack pies?
An apple pie is a snack pie from McDonald's.
Oh my god, that's a dessert. Which goes below, I guess, the Domino's dessert.
That is way below the Domino's dessert. That's not even the same realm. Yeah, but so you had the Domino's. But I brought that up because I also tried the chalupa.
That's right.
Because in that episode, you put Taco Bell up at the top, and one of the things you said was, I only get the same thing.
Chalupas.
Yeah. And I think you've gotten a few other things.
Yeah.
But you were rating them highly for the chalupas. The
chalupa is just on a different level, guys. That's on a different flavor level than any other fast food.
They're pretty good. I rated Taco Bell, I would say somewhat high, but I also have never had the chalupa.
That's right.
So I was wondering if I had this chalupa, would it push Taco Bell to the next level? The same way I expected the Domino's dessert to push Domino's up above the other ones.
It's dessert. It's not pizza.
Oh, it's so good. All right, let's just make a statement here.
Okay. Would
you agree that those Domino's desserts were better than the pizza at any of those pizza places we discussed?
You're comparing like an apple to an orange.
I am.
But
But I'm comparing an apple to like a moldy orange. Like that pizza.
In the other places, it's fine, for fast food pizza.
Where would you put frozen pizza?
Frozen pizza is way Way below even Domino's.
Below.
Way below.
Wow.
You could just taste frozen pizza.
I'm gonna have to. We'll have to do
awful.
that. We'll have to do that on another episode too, because so our episode came out. For those who don't know, we started our podcast a little while back, and we got some feedback. You could probably tell the first few that we did, the sound wasn't so good. Maybe the lighting wasn't the greatest, but you live and you learn.
That's right.
And and I did get feedback on the content, and one of the content feedback I got was, why didn't we include frozen pizza in the pizza category? The same way we didn't include frozen chicken fingers in the fast food categories.
For chicken?
For chicken, yeah. And it's like, well, because that's a pretty common, like Tyson's frozen chicken nuggets,
Good.
And so it was like, well, why wouldn't you? They're pretty much the same. You go to McDonald's, they're just frying the same thing, right? So I asked, like, oh, what would you put for the frozen pizza? They're like, oh, frozen pizza. That's up here. That's number one.
Number one?
Number one.
No, way at the bottom.
I think you and me are going to have to buy a frozen pizza.
Oh, no.
There were 2 brands that were mentioned that were better. So I'm thinking we're going to have to try those 2 brands and do a taste test.
What were the brands?
The brands were Red Baron.
Red Baron.
Is Red Baron a brand?
Yeah.
Okay, Red Baron and DiGiorno's.
DiGiorno's.
But I was told...
It's not delivery.
It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno's. I was told...
Their marketing campaign, I guess, works.
It was so I was told DiGiorno's we have to get the stuffed crust.
They have stuffed crust?
Stuffed crust.
Frozen pizza?
Yeah, but I'm trying to think what they said. I think they said the stuffed crust only has a choice of pepperoni or plain.
Okay.
So we'll probably get pepperoni, I guess. The Red Baron, I was told, had different crust types, like thick crust, regular crust. And we're supposed to get the pan crust,
Okay.
which I guess is...
That's like Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut. Okay. Pizza Hut. So when we go, next time we hang out, maybe that's what we'll do. We'll go to the supermarket. We can get the 2 types of pizza, and we'll just have a pizza. I mean, that's got to be cheaper than whatever we're...
Sounds like the worst day ever.
You know what? I'll make it up to you on the way back from the supermarket.
If you say Domino's dessert...
Domino's dessert! We can stop at Domino's.
I swear to God.
So yeah, I think it will be interesting to try them. I got to say, I've had the DiGiorno stuffed crust years ago, and I can't remember if I liked it or not. And I never had Red Baron.
I've never had any of the frozen pizzas. Maybe I put it so low, and I haven't had any that maybe.
You've had Elio's pizza.
Elio's?
The squares? Remember when we were kids? That was a big thing?
No.
I'm sorry. You had a sad childhood, Steve.
Sad childhood. I had a good food childhood.
Elio's pizza was a staple for Americans. The same way Lunchables was a staple.
Oh my God.
Lunchables with your Mondo juice. I don't even remember what was in that, but it was like a blue liquid. And then you'd go home and you'd be like, Elio's.
Cold pizza.
So Elio's was a frozen square pizza.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know why, but everyone in my neighborhood had Elio's in their freezer. All my friends. In fact, I thought you even had it. That's why I brought it up.
No, definitely not.
Your mom probably made homemade pizza.
She makes homemade pizza all the
time.
time.
Like on bread or on like something else.
She makes her own dough.
Oh, okay. So that's probably a level above Elio's.
Yes.
So we had Elio's and it was square pizza, and that was my bar for frozen pizza because it was what everybody had.
Okay.
And Elio's was bad. It was.
All right. What about the only pizza I've had frozen is pizza bagels.
Pizza bagels. Elio's is better
or
than
Hot Pockets.
Okay. Elio's is better than both of those. Pizza bagels. Here's the thing with pizza bagels. Pizza bagels could have been great. It could have been great, but somebody decided. They said, "How do we want to cook this pizza? Do you want to put it in the oven like everyone else? No, microwave it." And microwaving a
You would
bagel,
microwave your pizza bagels?
Yeah. How else would you do it?
In the oven?
No.
No, microwave, then you become soggy bagels.
Yes.
But why didn't you put them in the oven?
That's why you bought pizza bagels.
No.
Yeah, because you can microwave them.
Oh, no.
Elio's was what you
just
got.
take the extra time, put it in the
No. If you're gonna go that far, just get Elio's. Throw that in there. Yeah. So yeah,
I don't know what this Elio's is. I need to look up what it looks like.
We're not trying that. I can
Okay,
confirm Elio's is not worth trying.
You're ranting and raving that Elio's pizza is better than Pizza Bagel, Hot Pockets.
Oh yeah, it's better than trash. Yeah.
Hot Pockets, I did used to put it in the microwave. Hot Pockets, I did.
Put it in the sleeve.
Yeah, you put it in the sleeve, put it in the microwave, and then you have to try to do that eating. You're like, as it's just like volcano in your mouth as you're trying to eat it, and you try to just overcome. You have to take that first bite, and then you just start blowing inside, and that hot air just then you burns your skin. It's like you
burn the inside of your mouth.
Burn the inside of your mouth.
The skin peeling.
They had blisters on my teeth.
Oh yeah. What I never understood about Hot Pockets is why they never filled them up. They never had a lot of stuff. Yeah, I know, but Hot Pockets are so cheap.
Because they didn't fill them.
But you could have made it $1 more. I still would have bought them.
Yeah. No, if that was packed to the brim with ingredients, that thing would be
good
on a different level.
So I will tell you a secret.
Oh no, a secret.
I still buy Hot Pockets.
Oh my goodness.
Now I buy them. I only buy 1 or 2 flavors: the chicken parm or the meatball, because those are the only 2 I can eat without just.
What is chicken parm?
It's just chicken and sauce and cheese. That's all
okay.
And the meatball is just meatball, sauce, and cheese.
Okay.
Those are the only 2 I can eat. Oh, I take it back. And the cheesesteak I can have also.
There's cheesesteak?
It's just cheese and steak.
Oh, okay.
Those are the ones I can have without immediately going to the bathroom. Just immediate.
Really? The cheesesteak? It doesn't make you go to the bathroom?
No. They're good. They use good quality meat. But that's why I'm complaining about how much they put in. It's good, but it's so little.
Right. So you're mostly eating pocket.
Yeah. Pocket. and pocket is really just McDonald's apple pie.
Oh, no.
Left over. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could go for some frozen pizza.
I just realized the Hot Pockets, they pretty much warn you right on the top.
Oh, yeah.
That it's going to be hot. It's in the name. Hot Pocket.
It's true.
You would think.
We don't listen.
No, that's it. You just take it out of the microwave, immediately put it in your mouth. Then face the consequences.
It is really funny. Why do we do that with any food? The food's really
because you're so excited to eat.
That's right. Well, you and me did it with the lava cake. I microwaved it. It was too hot, and I said, "Steve, it's too hot. Don't eat it." And then I went, "Oh!" I burned my whole mouth.
It's sort of like when you put food in front of dogs.
Yes.
And you say, "Don't touch it. Don't touch it." And the dog's looking at you, can I go now? Can I go now? And then they slowly inch their way closer. And you're like, no, don't touch it. Don't touch it. And then you turn around for a second and boom, they go and take it right away.
If you had a dog, do you think you could train it? Or it would, I take it back. Would it respect you enough?
Respect me.
That if you said don't eat something and you left the room, would it not eat it?
Ooh, that takes a lot of training. That takes a lot of training to do. I've never done that, but I've had dogs my whole life and I've trained them, and when I'm in the room and I'm looking straight at them and I tell them don't touch the food, they won't touch the food. I'll even make it so that way they have to balance the food on their snout, and they just have to stand there and stare at the food. That's just
you are doggy torture.
That's just standing right on their snout, and then I say okay, and then they grab it real quick in the air. They throw it up and eat it. Yeah. Wow. I'll do that. But so I've had that, but I've never had when you don't maintain eye contact with them, whether they think it's an okay to eat or not.
So if you're not around, you don't know what the dog's doing.
Yeah, I think it's actually a challenge these days. I've seen it all over the internet where they would tell the dog not to eat it and then leave the room, close the door. It's always fun to watch these dogs contemplate. They do several takes at the door seeing if you're gonna come in. You know, be like, is it now? Is it gonna come in now? Should I? And then they like start looking at the door, but they get like a little closer, and then they'll just go real quick, so that way it looks like nothing happened. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know who took it. It wasn't me. If I eat it fast enough.
So I'm wondering if the dogs, maybe they could do the challenge if the food wasn't put in front of them. Because I think when you raise a dog, and every day when you give them their food, you give it to them and put it in front of them, they get used to knowing that that's theirs because you're putting it there.
That's right.
And so when you do that and then say don't eat it, it's a little confusing.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if there's food that's out, and then you tell the dog don't eat it. Maybe it won't eat it because they know it's not its food.
Well, yeah. If you put it in a place that's normally not
theirs
for them, like I've never had a dog jump on a table and eat food off the table while we're not there.
Right.
That's never happened. That dog would get in so much trouble.
Right.
But if there's food on the ground, as soon like no man's land is the ground for the dog. They just know once food is on the ground, it's theirs.
Wow.
They'll like run over.
Dang. Interesting. So right now we're in your place. You don't have a dog here.
That's right.
But you have other pets in here.
I do.
You're pretty much a zoo. We're 2 pets short of a zoo in here.
I only have 2 pets.
Well, that's too
What
many.
kind of pathetic zoos have you been to that only have 4 animals?
I've been to zoos. I've been to zoos that don't have the animals you have in the zoo. That you have them here.
Yeah.
So what does that say about them?
They're exotic.
So this is a zoo.
And they might be in zoos in other countries.
So I should call you Steve Exotic.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna start growing a mullet.
between your, I mean, I practically got one going because of COVID. Right.
Run for president, even though I'm Canadian.
So between your 2 pets, which pet do you think is smarter?
Definitely the bearded dragon.
Really?
Yeah. So my 2 pets. I have an axolotl, which is a fully aquatic underwater salamander, and that's native to like Central America, and and a bearded dragon. I think a lot of people know what a bearded dragon is. It's just a lizard with like spikes around its chin, so it kind of looks like a beard.
They both look like salamanders to some extent. Or lizards.
They both look like lizards.
Yeah.
To some extent, yeah.
So they're similar.
Similar, yeah. The bearded dragon is younger than the axolotl. The axolotl I've had for a couple years now, like 5 years probably. The bearded dragon I think has been 2 years I've had the bearded dragon. But yeah, no, the bearded dragon actively hunts because I'll get live crickets, put it inside, and it's funny because you watch Jurassic Park, right?
Yeah. And
you know that scene where they're literally right in front of the T-Rex and they say, don't move. They can't see us if you don't move. I believe that 100%.
Really?
Because when I see it hunt crickets, if the crickets stand still, he'll just like stare at it. He won't lunge for it because I don't know if he could see it. He's just like waiting. As soon as that cricket moves, he pounces. But it's got to move. If it stands still, he'll never eat it. He'll never eat it.
Wow.
Yeah, he'll just like stare. He'll know it's there. He'll know that there's something there, and he'll just like side eye it, and then he'll wait for it to move.
Maybe when it moves, he knows it's like alive.
Yeah, I guess that's
weird.
Why.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about the axolotl?
No, the axolotl is absolutely dumb. I used to drop like food pellets in it, and it was hilarious to watch because its reaction time is on a whole different level of stupid. Because it would like the food pellet would bounce on its head, fall to the ground. It would stay there for a few seconds, and I go, lunge at it, and then like you missed it by a huge margin. That was the worst attempt at trying to eat falling food.
It's like, how are you alive in nature?
Yes.
How do you think they survive?
I think they eat more stuff that's on the ground, because then the food pellets would go to the ground and he would sniff it and then eat it. But trying to lunge at things in the air, I've only seen him do it once successfully. While he must have been starving, cause he was laser focused. I just put the food in and he like grabbed it a little bit and then it floated to the surface, and then he chased it to the surface and grabbed it. I've only seen him do that once in his life, but now he lives the good life. He'll eat a bit of what I give him. Now I give him bloodworms, like a big frozen cube of bloodworms, and so I give him a little bit. It floats to the surface. I have to re-grab it, put it again in front of its face. So it grabs it and it takes it and it tries to be all vicious and like tear it apart. And then he only grabs a little bit, and then the rest floats to the surface, and he just stands there waiting. And I have to grab it, put it back in front of its face.
Wow! So you're opposite training it.
Yeah, I did try to train my axolotl because I wanted people to be able to pet it, and so I was trying to put like my hand out and then food on top of my hand, so that way it would just go on my hand and eat the food that's on there. So that way maybe at some point it'll just think whenever a hand goes inside there's food, and he'll just go on a hand, so people can like pet it. But he just kept thinking my fingers were food, and he just kept biting my fingers, and it was impossible. I couldn't stop it from happening. He just kept doing it, and then he would freak out that it wasn't what he expected, because I would like pull my finger back, and then he'd like freak out and like swim all over the place.
He's dumb.
He's a very, very, very dumb animal. Yes.
Man.
I don't know how. They're like prehistoric animals. The reason they survive is because they are resilient as all hell. Like they can lose limbs and just regrow it.
Yours did.
Yeah. Well, a little bit. He's lost fingers. Yeah, I don't know how he lost them, but he's lost them. I don't know if it's
in a
like
fight with himself.
I did try to have another animal in there. I did put another fish in there.
Really?
So I don't know if it was because of
when
that fish.
When was that?
I don't know, 2 years ago maybe.
But you put a fish in there.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be able to live together.
Yeah, well, the other fish, because there's problems with like algae on the tank, it's called a pleco. All it does is eat algae. Oh. So I was like, perfect. I'll have something clean the tank for me, and you don't even need to feed it. He just feeds on cleaning the tank. And no, it died, but...
how did it die?
I don't know, it just died. I think there was...
Salt water?
I think the water was too hard for it, and at the same time, I don't know how bad the ammonia from my axolotl is. Maybe it was just like there's too much in here, and it was just you couldn't deal with it. But yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So we're in your place, and you have 2 pets. I don't have any pets.
Yeah.
But if one of us were to get a pet, do you think we'd go dog or do you think we'd go cat, based on the size of the place we have?
I think you're a dog person, but I see you as having a cat. Because...
How does that work?
Because you look like a person that likes dogs.
I do like dogs. I play
playing with dogs and stuff, but I don't think you have to, like, you're in the mindset to like take care of a dog, because dogs are freaking chaotic.
Yeah. I would if you have to go to the bathroom, they go themselves.
Yes.
Let them out.
That's exactly. So like a cat would be perfect for you because minimal attention.
Right.
Put it in a litter box. It does it itself. Like, you can pet it if it wants to be pet, but I feel like you're a dog person, but you would own a cat.
Okay. I buy that. So what about you? What
I would 100% own a dog.
Even in this place.
I hate cats. They always think they're better than me. Because you call them, and then they look at you like, excuse me, does that mean you want my attention? I give you attention when I deem you worthy of my attention. And I don't like that,
So, but aren't there cats that you can like call or are playful?
There are some cats that act like dogs that'll come to you. Cats are playful if you like play with them, but you have to use their cat toys. But
so you'd rather a duck than a cat?
Yes, cats is like way at the bottom of my list. Granted, a little biased because I'm allergic to cats, but
I didn't know that.
I have lived with a cat before, and I feel like cats, the less attention you give them, the more attention they want from you.
Weird.
Yes. So because I'm allergic to cats, I give them no attention. I don't pet them or anything. And I feel like they know that. And so they start like rubbing themselves on your leg. And you're like, get off. Get off my leg.
Oh my god. You're a cat hater.
No, I've lived with cats before, and I did like take care of a kitten. It was like in a trash can, and we like took it in and we nurtured it. Yeah, it was so cute. You would have to. It was so small. It couldn't like eat anything, so you'd have to put milk on your finger and make your finger sort of like a teat, and it would just like suck on your finger the milk. It was so cute, very cute. But
I would have loved that.
Yeah, I'm not allergic to kittens at that point because they don't have like the proteins or something. But cats now.
Dang. Yeah, neither of us have big pets. I'll call those big pets.
Yeah.
I mean, I think both of us would
pets that require a lot of attention.
Yeah, I think we want one, but it is a lot of work to take care of a pet. And I see so many people leave their pets at home, and I feel bad for those pets.
Yeah, but you work from home now. Why don't you?
That's true. Now that I work from home,
I
could have a pet. Yeah. I mean,
would you get a cat or a dog?
You made some good points. Because
I
definitely don't want to walk a dog. That's a no-go. But
you have to walk a dog.
Right.
Especially in your house, you don't have a backyard.
Right. They could go out on the porch, but there's nothing to do there. But I don't like people. I do like my house a certain way, and I know cats walk on stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't want my cat walking or touching any of my stuff. So I don't know. I don't know. I guess if I got a pet, I might actually go for a dog because I would have had to commit 100% anyway to getting a pet. And I know dogs aren't going to touch like things above a table, But it would be
train them well.
Yeah, and it would be a smaller dog for that same reason. I don't want them bumping into stuff, breaking stuff. What about you?
I would. Like I said, I would get a dog.
Like a bigger dog or a small dog?
If let's say somehow I'm allowed to have dogs in this house.
Oh, that's right. You can't even have it.
I would get a small dog.
Yeah, because there's not enough room for the bigger dogs.
Yeah. I'm upset because I originally said I wanted a dachshund, the little wiener dogs.
Yeah.
One
of our friends has one, doesn't he?
My sister has one.
Oh, your sister has one too?
Yeah, that's the dog my parents own.
Okay. Right
now, it's a dachshund. But that was my story. Was for like a while now, since college, I'm like, I just want a little wiener dog. It would be great to own a wiener dog.
Yeah.
And you know who gets a wiener dog?
Oh.
My sister. She just stole my idea. Now I can't get a wiener dog because now it's like I've copied my sister.
Well, you could still get one. Just get a better one.
A better wiener dog. That dog is dumb. That wiener dog is dumb.
Yeah, one of our friends, mutual friends, has one. Oh no, his wife has one. So he got one through marriage, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, they're nice.
Stepdog.
Yeah, stepdog. They're nice. They're like cats, is what they are.
Yeah.
They're essentially cats because they sit on your lap. They like to be pet, and then they go off and do their own thing. But they're not so big that they're gonna bump in and run and hit stuff.
Yeah, some of those small dogs, though, are hard to train. So a lot of them do like wee pads and stuff like that. Like you have to put these pads down in your house,
right?
And that's like where they have to go to the bathroom because they like can't hold themselves to go out. I don't know why small dogs have this. But.
That's weird.
But yeah, typically that's for small dogs. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I know my sister's dachshund. It can't control itself when it's super excited. So you have to try not to get it excited because
don't be like hello.
Yeah, if because I go and visit sometimes and it loves me. It loves me so much.
Yeah.
It'll like just start peeing. Like as soon as it sees me, it gets so excited and it starts peeing wherever it's standing. It doesn't care.
Oh my god. That's a problem with that dog.
Yeah. But yeah. Well, I guess we can call it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us, guys. You can welcome to for our first live in person, live in color podcast over here. But yeah, so we're CreativityLevelZero. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. On Instagram, we are creativity_level_0, the number. For everything else, we are CreativityLevelZero. and any of the podcast stations. You'd also find us Creativity Level Zero, all one word. Yep, and that's it. Thanks, guys.